has been a go-to of my brand since early in my whole rebuilding my wardrobe process. And though some of the pieces are hit or miss for me, I do appreciate the quality and the attention to detail that they put in every piece they make. And so I thought for today's video, I'll try on and review some of the pieces with you. As always, I'll link everything I can down below, along with my personal measurement in case you want them for reference. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't. It really helps my channel out. I'm trying to grow my channel this year, and so for that I need your help. Let's get started. This is the Adele Jumper, and I do have to say this is probably my most favorite piece out of everything I order. Again, I love the attention to detail on this top. The top half is made in this net looking material, which is very stretchy, and the bottom half is as stretchy, but it's looking more like a ribbing material. And so overall it looks like a corset. I did size down on this one because I was looking for a specific look. I've been liking this opening up front look lately, and that was my vision for this top. So my plan is to button maybe the first couple, 2 or 3, and then leave the rest unbuttoned. The top half has this little hole to the design of the net, but unless you pull it, you really can't see them. And so as long as you don't need the extra support and you don't mind the deep beat neck, then you're good to go without any bra. I do have to say though, the buttons and the holes for the buttons are very delicate, and so you do have to be careful that they don't come unopened, especially if you're not wearing anything underneath it, because you might be a little exposed. The material does feel super soft and not scratchy, at least not on me. And because of the material composition, it's something I can wear late summer, fall, and even through the winter if I layer, because it does have a deep V-neck. As soon as I tried this top on, it was an immediate yes, and I cannot wait until it gets a little cooler than what it is right now so I can wear it. Again, because of the color and the style, to me this is an elevated basic, so you can pair it with anything you can think of, whether it's a skirt or a pair of trousers, denims, over a dress if you want to wear it as a cardigan. The options are endless. This next item is a skirt, which I never ordered any skirt from the brand before. This is called the Sandy skirt. I don't wear a whole lot of skirts often, especially during the colder months. I prefer my trousers and denims. But I did want to add something that was a little bit different but still within my neutral color palette, and I thought this one would be the perfect one for that. I went for my normal size with the brand, which I could use a little more room in the hips area, but if I were to size up, I'll have a larger gap on the waist, which I'm not trying to have. I don't mind it when it's with pants or my denims, but skirts is a whole different story. It is made in just viscose material, which is good for the warmer months, but also to transition to the fall season. It has a zipper on the side. It is not lined, which I don't mind either way. The material is thick enough that it's not see-through, so it doesn't need to be lined. In terms of feeling, I was expecting it to be a little softer than this for some reason, but it's okay. It's not itchy or anything like it. There's nothing wrong with this material. I do own quite a bit of pieces that are made in this material, but I think that for the price point, they could have made it in silk, or even if I have to pay a little extra, I wouldn't mind if it was 100% silk. I am not 100% sure that I was in the back though, because I do like the piece and I've been looking for something in this particular fit. I also love the length. It's supposed to be a midi, but I am petite, and so it almost fits me in a full length. But I don't mind it. I actually prefer it that way because it'll be easy to transfer to the colder month seasons. So during the fall, I can just wear some booties, and during the winter, I can layer with tights and boots and then a coat, and still rock my skirt all year round pretty much. I also ordered another one that is very similar to this from a different brand at 1/3 of the price. And it's the same material composition, though that doesn't mean that it's the same quality, because pieces can be made from the same material, but the quality can be, you know, from earth to sky. And so I'm gonna wait until I get that one in, compare the quality, and see which one I am better off with. This is great for if you have a minimal style, or if you have a neutral color palette and you want to adventure a little, but you're not ready to go all out. For example, I love how this look came out with the black top to mute the skirt a little, and the white sneakers to keep it nice and neutral. You can also do a plain black t-shirt or even a white t-shirt if you want to keep it more casual, and with sneakers or sandals, but also you can elevate the look with heels. And so I think, though this is a pattern, I think it's very versatile and easy to just pair it up with other things that you have in your wardrobe already. This is called the Adele Jumper, and it was also an immediate yes when I tried it on. I love the delicacy of the whole top, lace on the back, and it has this beautiful, almost pearl looking buttons. I just love the idea of having a low back and showing all the details and letting that speak for itself. They do have it in black as well, which I struggle deciding which color I was gonna go for, but because I have chosen the previous one in black, I want to get too many blacks in my wardrobe. I also feel that the details on the back show more on the white one. The white one is more delicate, more romantic, and more seasonal appropriate if you plan to wear late summer and through the fall. And overall, if you've been here before, you know I'm a sucker for white, and so this one was a no-brainer. I feel like all those pieces that I'm showing today are elevated basics, and therefore they can be styled with almost anything. This sweater, I have already worn it a couple days ago with a pair of tailored shorts and sneakers to a date and got tons of compliments on the outfit. I think a pair of trousers and sneakers will look great with this, a pair of denims, a midi skirt, and I'm sure many more. For this one, I do suggest to wear an undergarment because you can definitely see through it. I am wearing a regular bra, which is a neutral one, and I just noticed that this keeps like falling. So if I were to put my bra normally like this, so when the sleeve falls or the shoulder falls and you can see your bra, so I just have to play around with it and figure out what kind of bra I need to wear with it. But other than that, it does cover the entire bra, so you can't really see it even on the back. So as long as this either stay or maybe strapless or a knee piece, I don't really love knee piece. Speaking of romantic and delicate, this was a pleasant surprise when I got it because, again, sometimes you just don't know what to expect from the items that I order because there's not that many pictures when you browse through the website. The models are either sitting down or laying down, and there's just like a few pictures, and so you don't get a whole lot of details when you're looking. As you may be able to tell by the sheerness of the top, it is made in a very light fabric, which I don't own anything like it, but I'm excited to style it. I don't remember it being so sheer on the website, which I actually don't mind. I do like the sheerness of it. I think it's what makes it more delicate, and it just gives a whole different vibe to the top. Though it is sheer on the arms and most of the body of the shirt, it is not on the chest area. I think they double lined it or even triple and then sew over. The sewing on it is very interesting. So some of the line go vertically and some of it go horizontally, which makes the shirt extra interesting. It has one single closure button on the back of the neck. It has this almost mock neck detail, and then there's ruffles around the neck. I don't usually wear my blouses untucked, but this one is one I can see myself doing that with. Because of the light material and the way that it flows, it lays nicely in the body. It doesn't make any extra bulk on the hips area, which I try not to do. This one feels at a normal level of comfort, if that's a thing. So it's not the softest things ever, but it's not scratchy on the skin either. Obviously, a blouse like this is very versatile, especially because of the color palette that it has. It's made in this brown, and it has a very minimal black detail to it. I have to play around with what color bras I want to wear with this because this one is neutral. I think it's because it has some white in it. You can see it on the back, and don't like that look for this shirt. So I might play around with either a black or really beigey neutral that almost matches my skin color. But other than that, it's great. It's a great shirt. Depending on your dress code, you could probably take this to the office if you layer underneath it with maybe a tank top, because again, it has this front chest area where it's not sheer, and then the bottom half and the back and the sleeve, everything else is sheer. I can see the style with a pair of black skinny jeans and either brown or tan boots, and just wear it as is, or if it's too cold, layer over with a wool coat, open so you can see the details of the blouse. Love all the setup, but very beautifully detailed that I put in just a single shirt. This one is called the Adele Jumper, and I think I meant to order a small and I got an extra small, and that might have been because I didn't have a small available. But after I put it on, nothing wrong with the fit, it's just I was looking for a looser fit for this type of shirt. A striped shirt is a classic, especially when it's in a net form. It's a very versatile pattern that you can easily style with anything else in your wardrobe, especially if you have a minimal style where you don't want a whole lot going on. It's just one color and then the stripes. I like this scallop, I think it's called, detail at the end of the sleeve, which is something that Sezane tend to do with the sweaters. The material feels nice and comfortable, again not itchy, at least not on my skin. I love the 4-button detail that are made in this almost wood looking brown color. To me, again, this is a classic piece that can be sold with almost anything. But my favorite one is with a pair of trousers, especially because of the combination of it being cropped and in a knit material. It gives a more casual look to it, so when I pair it with a more elevated piece, it gives me that contrast that I really like. I might order a small, even a medium, and try it and see what the difference in fit is. So if you're looking for something like this that is in the crop side and more fitted to the body, then yes, go for your normal size. Otherwise, if you're looking for something more roomy, then I say that go up one size or even 2. This one is called a KENDALL shirt. I said it's a blouse because of the fitted style and the slightly puffy sleeves. I got my normal size with the brand on this one, and I say it fits true to size. But again, it all depends how you want it to fit you. I could have sized up for more room in the chest area. I feel like it could be just a tad bigger, but I'm afraid that if I do order one size up, then it's gonna be just too big. And because of the style and because the way I want it to fit me, I don't want to have too much room in this area. The denim feels super soft on the skin, so no complaints there. And the buttons are made in this beautiful brown that can easily match up with everything else I have in my wardrobe. Even though this is tight fitted, it's super soft and very comfortable. I think the model had it all tucked in, but I wonder if you can just tuck it in one half, just like you would with a regular shirt. Maybe a different colored denim, not too shabby. They do have this one in a much lighter blue, almost like a sky blue color. I did debate whether to get that one or this one, but to me the lighter blue seemed more casual and I wanted something that was more elevated. This makes me feel very Western, which I do live in a very Western city state. I think I have to play around with different bottoms and see if I can wear it often, because I don't want it to just hang it and have it look pretty in there and not style it. I'm trying to avoid that. Add a hat, some cowboy boots, a big old buckle belt, and I'll blend right in. This one is called a Bahia Blouse, and I think I got a size too big for me. I went up a size because it didn't have the size that I needed, and there's a little extra room on the chest area, like the side area. I did order another one that is fairly similar to this one, and so my goal was to decide which one I was gonna keep. And so this one, I do love the colors and the set of ruffle details on it. They both have this ruffle details on the sleeves and the tie knot on the back as well. So that's the main similarity in terms of style. Because of the style, it flares out a lot, and I don't know if I were to size down, if they do have it available, if that will fix it, but I think it's just the style of the shirt. And so I couldn't wear it without tucking it. This is tucked in, and I put the sleeve a little down for a more romantic look, and now I really like it. So this one is the one that I mentioned that was a little similar to the previous one. This one is called the Meredith, and it doesn't flare out as much. If you notice, it's a very straight fit, and it does have this lace tie knot thing on the back that you can tie it. This one is also lined because the outer material is very thin, and so they put a lining in it so it's not see-through. I love the color. You know me, I'm a sucker for neutral, and so this is a color I can easily pair with everything I own already. I like the square neck at the front. It is something that I do like on some of my tops. So this one too is one that I wouldn't wear unless I tuck it into my pants or whatever bottom I'm wearing. But because it doesn't flare out and because of the material, It doesn't bulk if I were to tuck it in. This one is also in my correct size with the brand, and so it fits perfectly, or at least my liking. And though the outer material is see-through, it is not super thin to the point that it affects the quality of the shirt. Obviously, because of the neutral color, you can style it with any other color in the rainbow. I was missing a pair of heel brown boots in my wardrobe. I forgot the name of them and I can't find it on my email, so I'll make sure to link the right ones down below. I took a chance on ordering this one because I have struggled in the past ordering shoes from the brand, because I am half size in some shoes and their sizes are European. I ordered a couple shoes from them and I had to send them back because of the sizing, but I digress. I ordered these ones and they are the perfect size, the perfect fit, and the perfect height. I do try to stay within the 3-inch heel because I did break my left ankle, and so I still, though that was 3-4 years ago, I still struggle walking on high heel shoes. Boots like this are an easy way to elevate your look without having to put a whole lot of pressure on the clothing that you're wearing. Whether you want to style them with denims, under trousers, or with a skirt, a dress, I think this will give you a completely different outfit than if you were to style them with sneakers or flats or even any other type of boots. These are exactly what I was looking for. It has this two-tone brown, so it has like the whole boot is in this lighter brown shade, and then it has some like zigzag stripes around it that are darker. These have this golden little zipper detail on them, which gold or yellow gold is a go-to of mine for my accessories, so it works out. I love my boots. I wear them all the time. The only time I don't wear them is when it's super hot outside, like right now, but once it starts cooling off, like late summer and then fall, winter, and even through the spring, they are a staple of mine. I do find them comfortable, but of course they are heels, so they are as comfortable as heel can be. So I will wear them if I have to do a whole lot of walking, or maybe bring an extra pair of shoes in my bag if I'm able to do so. A lot of shoes have to be broken in, especially when they're made in leather, and so to avoid blisters and not being able to enjoy whatever I left the house to do, I plan to take some precautions. So having a style like this that is nice and sleek and elegant and most importantly comfortable brings more versatility to my wardrobe. This last piece is a bag. I was looking for something more summery that has some brown details to them, that was in the sleek size, so it's not too bulky on my body frame, and that I could put in my laptop. I have a 14-inch laptop, and so when I found this one, I wanted to give it a try. It's a square looking raffia bag with these leaf details on them. They do have it in a couple different colors and different design, but I wanted to keep it nice and minimal. I'm not sure that I'll be keeping this one because it feels really light. The strap feels super thin, and though the computer is not as heavy, I feel like when I put it in here, it doesn't feel like it'll have enough support, and the last thing I want to do is to break my laptop. It is a nice raffia looking bag, and so if I don't keep it for my computer, which was my original intention, it's still good for taking it to the lake or to the beach and carrying like a beach towel and a couple of extra things in there because they're not as heavy. It can also be worn as just to run errands, or just like a regular tote that you wear where you don't carry a lot of heavy stuff. And those are all the pieces that I have for you today. I hope that you found this video review helpful and that you liked. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, as it does help my small channel grow, as well as subscribing if you haven't. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Hi, it's me again. I got this skirt delivered in the mail after I was done filming the video, and I know that some of you appreciate when I do a comparison and contrast, and so I figured I'll do a quick one. And so to start, basically I'm leaning towards keeping the one from Sezane, and I'll tell you why in a little bit, but I'm also leaning towards keeping both. They are very similar though, and the only way I could keep it is if I can later give it to my mom, because I know my mom will love this one over the other one. I do find the one from Sezane to be in a better quality because the material is thicker and so less delicate, easier to wash, and so that adds to the longevity of the item. The second thing is the silhouette. I do like the silhouette of this one as well, but I gravitate towards more that is straighter, like the one from Sezane. This one is a lot of flowy, and though that is a preference, my mom will definitely go for this one because she has a very feminine style, so she likes everything that resembles a ballerina style. And though I do like my feminine pieces, if I have to choose between one that is very feminine and one that is a little less feminine, then I'll go for one that is less. And lastly, though the pattern on them are very similar, they are not the same, and so I do prefer the one from Sezane. This one is less bold, I guess is the word. So if you are into a more minimal style or you want something more subtle, then I definitely recommend this one. But I do love the one from Sezane. And though I do have a minimal style where I don't have a lot of big prints or loud patterns in my wardrobe, I do prefer the one from Sezane just because I can always smooth it with a black top or make it lighter with a white one. And so that's how I can make it work for me. Though I do like the black detail that sticks out of the waist of the skirt. It is an actual elastic band that you can see, that you can touch, and in my experience, when that happens, when an elastic is left like that, that you can see it's just out there in the open, it's a sign of low quality. Even though it is aesthetically pleasing, I don't like when elastic's touching my skin. You can always hide it or fold it, that way it doesn't touch your skin, but then you don't see the little black peeking out. Which this might be just me being picky, but it's just something to consider. They're both made in this light and breathable material, which is always helpful, and at the end of the day, it's what works for you, what your preferences are, and what's your budget, and if you can incorporate this into your current wardrobe. And so whichever one you choose, if you were to choose one, I think works great. I'll see you next time.